Does ignoring women make you more attractive to them? Hey guys, I'm Dylan and welcome back to the channel, and today I have a subscriber request and they wanted to know about pulling back to create attraction, and also being elusive so that she becomes more attracted to you. So interesting question, because I've done loads of videos previously about the fact of, if a woman declines her interest, or if she shows low interest, or if her interest goes down, then it's best to kind of, take a step back and not pursue her and not chase her and kind of do your own thing. All right, so you have to have your own life. Because obviously women don't want a guy who's too easy, or she wants a guy that's a bit of a challenge. She wants a mystery. She wants someone that she has to find out information about. She wants a guy who she has to find out more information about. And the fact is, you don't want to be chasing and pursuing because you're automatically, explaining to her that you really like her, that you really want her, and that's too easy for her. She doesn't want some guy who's just going to give her everything at once. She wants someone that she has to chase and she has to kind of earn, if you like. Everybody wants something better than what they are. Everyone is a hypergamist. All right, everyone wants the 10 out of 10 rather than the 1 out of 10. It's only the 1 out of 10s that are going to come to you and be desperate to get something off you. So that's the mentality that a woman sees when a guy's chasing her. She sees him as a 1 out of 10 because he's desperate, he's chasing her, he's on the floor crawling towards her, needing her. And so that's low value because she doesn't have to earn that. She wants a challenge where she can go out and she has to really try hard to convince a guy that she's good enough for him. And that fact that he's so high value, she wants that because, he's hard to get. He's got other people in his life. He's got other things that he's got going on. A lot of low value men don't have a lot of things going on. They prioritize women. So this whole thing about being elusive is quite important when it comes to, keeping a woman attracted, or if a woman lowers her attraction, it's important to just walk away. Not just because you're trying to play games to make her more attractive, it's just because you need to respect yourself. So if a woman shows you less interest, then you should see that and think, well, I don't want to waste my time on someone who's not showing me respect. Like, I want someone who's, basically enthusiastic to see me. I want someone who's really, sold by me and wants to spend time with me. So if she's, her interest is low, then I'm happy to just walk away because I don't want to be disrespected. I love myself, and, that's not going to benefit me to chase someone who's not showing me interest. So that's really important, you have to understand. So you can also do it from a lot of guys do it from a manipulation point of view. Oh yeah, look, she's pulled back, so maybe I need to pull back to increase my my sexual market value and things like that. Well, the real reason why you should do it is because if someone shows you less interest, then you should see that as they're not good enough for you, because you want someone who's enthusiastic and excited to be around you. You want someone who's got genuine interest to be around you, get to know you, spend time with you, do nice things for you, and you do nice things for them. All right, that's the way it's got to be. Okay, but a lot of guys are doing it for manipulation. They're doing it trying to play games. You shouldn't come from that. You should come from a place of self-respect, right? If someone's not gonna, give you time or want to spend time with you, you can, it's their loss. That's the way you've got to see it. All right, they're missing out on a great experience with you. All right, so they don't think, oh, if they're not showing interest, then I need to do something. You don't really need to do anything, because at the end of the day, you need to understand that you have to have self-respect. All right, so the whole thing about ignoring women to make them more attracted to you, yes, of course, there's, in a way it does work. Like, in a way it can work. I'm not saying it always does, but it can work, but it doesn't always work. The reason why it doesn't work, and this is going to blow your mind, you have to understand, is that you being elusive doesn't matter if she doesn't see you as attractive or a real man or a masculine male. So let's say, for example, you've gone out on a date with her, and on the date you've not behaved masculine, you've not, led the way, you didn't lead the interaction, you didn't ask her good questions, you told her too much information about yourself, and then you realize after the first date, oh, she's not really messaging me that much. And when I messaged her and she's not really coming back to me that much, what do I do? Like, she doesn't seem to be interested. Then you think, oh, if I just copy her, if I take my time and not respond, then maybe she'll come back to me. Maybe that will raise my attraction. Yes, there's potential for your attraction, your sexual market value to go up, but it's not guaranteed. The reason why it's not guaranteed is because on the date, you didn't behave in a masculine way. You didn't ask her that many questions. You spoke about yourself too much. All right, you didn't lead the interaction. You obviously didn't, basically had that charm about you. You didn't give her eye contact. You didn't flirt with her. So if you're not doing all these things, and then you think you think that, oh, if I ignore her now because she's not responding, maybe if I ignore her, then maybe that will raise my attraction for her, or raise my sexual market value. Then that's wrong, because you've done so much wrong on the date that even you ignoring her isn't going to do anything. Well, it might do, but it might not. That's the thing. You have to be open to the outcome. All right. You can't have expectations to what's going to happen. You can't have expectations to think, oh, if I ignore her, then she's going to come back to me. So you basically put this pressure on yourself to kind of wait for her response. When if she doesn't respond, that's going to affect you. All right. So you can't have any kind of expectation on the outcome. You can't, you have to accept the outcome regardless. Even if she doesn't message you at all, even if she does message you, you have to accept it either way. The problem is that you think, while playing these games, if I ignore her, or if I don't message her right away, if I make her wait for a long time, that will increase my sexual market value. Then she'll message me back. It doesn't work that way. It might give you an advantage, but the problem is you're too focused on the outcome. You got to take everything the way it comes. Wherever the outcome is, you got to be happy with it either way. You can't try to do things to force a certain outcome. So you're trying to ignore it to make her like you. All right, that's it. You're trying to ignore her to make her think that you're a busy guy, you've got other dates going on, and that's going to make her like you. It could happen, but you're putting the expectation on yourself to think that's going to happen. Right? So you can't come from that place. You have to come from a place of self-respect. So you have to respect yourself. If she's not messaging you, then you've got to take it on the chin. You've got to accept it, that she wasn't interested. It's her loss, and then you can move on. You can't come to the realization that you have to be manipulative in order to kind of make her attraction go up. It's like, for example, let's say you're dating someone for a few weeks, or let's say you're not in a relationship, but you're seeing someone. And every time you see her, you're very masculine, you're very attentive, you don't really speak about yourself too much, you kind of keep the mystery going, your flirtation's there, your eye contact's there, you're making her laugh, but in a masculine way, you're making her smile, you're not like getting overly emotional, you're not laughing your head off the whole date, you're kind of staying very masculine, and you're asking her questions, you're making her feel comfortable and very relaxed as well. Yeah, so you're doing all these things. The thing is, that's when pulling back might help, but you don't even need to when you do that, because most likely if you behave that way, then a woman will just message you a few days later and think, wow, I had a great night, and in her mind she's thinking, damn, this is a real man. He's a real man that I want to get to know, right? So then you don't even need to do that. But some guys are just too busy. Like, for example, myself, I'm very busy all the time. So if I have a date and it goes well, because I know what to say, I know what to do, I know how to be masculine on the date. To be fair, I'm like that with everyone. But on the date, it's more amplified. I'm more one-to-one with the person. My eye contact, my body language, my questions I ask. I don't reveal too much about myself. So most of the time they come to me. A day or two later, they message me saying, "Hey, it was great seeing you the other night," and then I just say, "Great, yeah, it was great seeing you too. Let's do the same again on Saturday. When are you free?" or whatever. Just make the second date. Just find out when they're free. Make the second date. The problem is, a lot of guys is that they don't have the masculine kind of qualities in person. So when you're in person, then the reason why they don't message you, or the reason why they lose interest, is because in person you haven't been masculine enough, and you haven't been fun and charming enough, like an alpha male should be. All right, that's what they want. So you haven't been there. So they need something to miss. So if you turn around, if you have not done all that, and you've acted feminine and weak on a date, or when you see her, you've been getting more feminine every week, you get more feminine, then she is going to come to a position where she's going to not even bother if you don't message her. So you not messaging her might not even matter because she's lost interest. You know, she's got nothing to miss. There's been nothing about you in person that she saw in you that was making her miss you. All right. So even a week later, she's not going to miss you. If you act like a masculine male and lead the interaction, she's going to miss that. She's going to enjoy that interaction. She's going to like these types of men because they're rare. They don't come around very often. All right. Too many guys have been feminized by TV, the media, and things like that. There's not many old school traditional masculine males around, so she's going to relate to that. She's going to respond to that. Her hormones are going to respond to a masculine male because obviously deep down her estrogen, her hormones are going to respond to that. She wants a dominant alpha male, masculine male to mate with. That is the biological goal for her. All right, so she's going to always respond to men like that, and she's going to miss men like that. She's going to want to spend time with men like that. But men like that, myself, they have other things going on. They might be dating other people. They might have career things going on. They might have friends who've got an abundance in their life, right? And that's the important thing as well, the abundance. So these women have to find it hard to pin these guys down. All right. So in fact, it's natural for a high value male to not respond after a day. What I normally say is just give me a call in a couple of days. Give me a call later. I always say call me later. Yeah. A lot of women are still too shy. They're still shy. They don't want to call you. They message you instead because they think that if they call you and you don't answer, or because they're a bit shy. They think that you're masculine. You know, they're very excited. They kind of get shy around you and things like that. Yeah. So I just say call me later, and they don't even, sometimes they call, sometimes they don't, sometimes they message me back, you know, so that keeps the interaction going because I've been masculine and I've led the interaction. I'm giving her instructions. I'm telling her call me in a couple of days. All right, she might, all right, fair enough, she doesn't call me, she still texts me because she's too shy to get on the phone and talk to me voice to voice because she feels shy, but she messages me a couple of days, or even sometimes on the night, that night they just message me saying I had a great time, you know. And then, you know, but then I'll respond probably the next day saying, yeah, we should do it again sometime and things like that. So a woman needs to miss you. You pulling back and trying to be evasive and trying to fake being busy, you know, that is not going to work if she doesn't enjoy the interaction with you. If she needs something to miss about you. All right, she needs to have a memorable evening with you, or when she spends time with you, she has to enjoy that time. And she has to understand that you're a masculine male, you know what you're doing in life, you've got your high value, and she's going to chase guys like that. She's going to message guys like that. She's going to miss a guy like that. If a guy doesn't message her and she's got that type of understanding of him and he doesn't message her, she's going to miss that guy, all right? She's going to miss him. But if you haven't done all that on the date, or whenever you see her, if you don't have that type of interaction where you're not leading her and you're not being masculine and you talk too much and you start laughing and become too emotional, so you're basically being feminine in front of her, then even if you don't message her, she's not going to miss you. All right, so she has to miss the interaction. If the interaction in person isn't quality enough, then you ignoring her isn't going to do anything, because when you have a good interaction in person, she's going to want that again. All right, but if your interaction isn't that great, then she's not going to want that again. So, and there's no matter how many times or how many days that you ignore her for, she's not going to want that again because she's not enjoyed it the first time round. You've not been masculine enough. So that is the message for the video. So in person, you have to be masculine. Otherwise, even if you ignore her after that, or you pull back and try to create and build up some tension, some mystery, if the interaction in person isn't great, if you're not being masculine, then there's no point, because she will just forget about you. She'll be like, you know what, that was such a waste of time, and she'll be happy that you haven't messaged her back. You know, she'll actually be glad. All right, she would actually be frustrated if you messaged her back, and she'll be glad that you didn't. She doesn't want to see you. But a masculine male, different. All right, she'll be upset if you didn't message her, but she'll be glad that you did. Right, but the reason why you want her to wait for it as well is because you're busy. All right, if she's interested in you, she can contact you. You've told her, call me later. All right, that is the difference. So that was the message for today's video. I hope that helps. It's not always about ignoring women, trying to make her more attracted to you, trying to make it seem like you're really busy, you have other women, you're all these, you know, you have a social life of abundance, you're trying to fake it. There's no point doing all that when the interaction wasn't even great. You haven't even acted like a man, you've not led the interaction, you've not, you know, asked her questions, you've not you know, created and build sexual anticipation. You've basically given her all the information about yourself. You've made it no mystery for her. You've made it basically too easy, and she's realized that you're not high value. You're not for her. She wants a guy who's not easy. She wants a guy who's difficult to get. She wants a guy that's elusive. She wants a guy that's unattainable. All right, so that is the message for the video. I hope that helps, and you know, a few of you guys out there might feel enlightened. You might feel like, damn, like, you know, think you've just woken up from something, you know, because a lot of the information out there is, oh yeah, manipulation. If I ignore her, if I do this, that doesn't work unless she actually likes you and she wants to spend time with you in person and she enjoyed her time with you in person. All right, so I thought it was a really important topic point, because a lot of you guys, you know, out there, you're gonna kind of go around, you're gonna kind of misconceive the whole idea of pulling back. Yeah, the only time I will pull back personally is if, first of all, I'm busy, and second of all, if a woman's not showing me interest, if she's kind of ignoring me, then I'll just be like, look, out of respect for myself, I'm not going to waste my time on that. That is the way I do it. So, you know, there's too many misconceptions about game playing, about certain things guys should do. You know, these kind of, you know, you should text her at this time, make her wait 4 or 5 days. That doesn't matter. You know, if she didn't have a good time with you. All right, you have to focus on yourself and be a masculine male, and the way you can do that is be busy. Right, you have to be busy with things that you want to achieve in life. That is simply the way. This is what I do. I'd recommend you guys do the same thing. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. So subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. If you want to see a video from me, leave a video request down below in the comment section. Also follow me on Instagram at High Value Males. You can direct message me. So if you want my help, direct, and if you want to kind of talk about an issue, a dating problem, a social problem, you know, a work problem, a career, relationship, and you want coaching from me, and you want to speak to me direct on Skype or on the phone or an email, drop me a message on Instagram at High Value Males, and we'll arrange a time to discuss it, and I shall see you soon.